This entire presentation has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition. Furthermore, I am not a medical professional and I am not dispensing medical advice. You should always consult with your physician before starting on any new supplements, exercise program, or before any dietary changes. If you currently take prescription medications, be sure to consult your physician before starting on any supplements. It is our goal today to simplify things in the world of health by giving you information that you may not be aware of. Ultimately, I am hoping you'll see the value in supplementation, but no matter what, just by sitting through this presentation, you're going to learn some things about our food that you may not have known before. Things that I believe make supplementation critical. One of the big misunderstandings when it comes to health is that health is simple, when really it's not. You see, most of us base many of our decisions on health on something that may not be a total truth. We are all just taught that all you have to do is eat right? However, many people use something called the recommended dietary allowance to help them make their choices in what constitutes eating right. As a matter of fact, food labels are based off of the RDA. And you would think that if you ate 100% of every nutrient that was on a label, you'd have a relatively healthy life. However, according to the former chair of the RDAs are not recommendations for the ideal diet. The term recommended allowance is used to avoid any implication of optimal requirements. Now, if you're wondering what that means, I understand. It's government talk and it can be a little confusing, so let me try to explain it. When you're looking at a food label and you're aiming for 100% of your vitamins and minerals, even if you did get 100%, which most people don't, you still wouldn't be healthy. Those guidelines are really just there to help you eat base nutrients to help offset things like scurvy and rickets. They were never meant to give you optimal health. And the thing is, food labels may not be as accurate as you think they are. As a matter of fact, I'm sure they're not. The acceptable margin of error on food labels is 20%. That means your food labels are allowed to be up to 20% off. This raises an interesting question, doesn't it? Are they? I mean, are food labels really that mislabeled? Luckily, abcnews.com did some research and found out. On April 7th, 2008, ABC News ran a story. They pulled 12 different foods off the shelf, and all 12 were off by at least one nutrient. The 3 that were over the 20% were Ritz crackers with 36% more sodium, David sunflower seeds with 23% more saturated fat, and then look at the middle one, Wonder Bread with 70% more total fat than was on the label. Wow, 70%. At least now you know where the marketing came from. With that much fat, you have to wonder if it's bread. Things have not gotten much better since 2008. In January of 2013, Good Morning America ran a story where they showed that companies are now committing what they call food fraud. You might pick out a spice, say paprika, and when you're looking at them, you pick out one that's a really bright red color. Turns out that paprika might have dyes they've added to the product, but not added to the label. You might even be buying extra virgin olive oil that is not extra virgin and may not even be olive oil. Turns out some companies are labeling something olive oil and putting in a mixture of oils, including mainly canola oil. Even the way we farm is much different than it used to be. This is a modern-day industrial farm. This is the food that many of us purchase today. That, of course, begs the question, what do these cattle eat? I mean, if we go back, it sure doesn't look like there's a lot of green grass for those cattle out there to graze on. Now, most people are aware that unless it says grass-fed, it probably isn't. And what most people think is that instead, those cattle are fed a diet of grain, that grain being corn. And while it's partially true, it's not the whole truth. To understand the whole truth, you need to understand the great circle of food. You see, what they're going to do is they're going to take that cattle, and obviously they're going to butcher it. All of the prime cuts and meaty cuts are going to go for sale on the market. But what do you do with all the leftover stuff? What do you do with all the scraps and the bone meal? Well, what we do is we grind all of that up and we create feed out of it. What do we feed with the ground up bone meal? Chickens. Yep, chickens. Yuck. Chickens eating a diet of grains mixed up with cow leftover parts. This is certainly not the way it used to be. Those chickens, of course, are going to have waste and excrement. We don't exactly want to dispose of that, do we? No, let's reuse. Let's recycle. How? Filler. Cheap filler. So what the industry can do now is take all of the waste, the feathers, everything from the bottom of that chicken coop, grind it all up into a uniform substance, which they call poultry litter, and what do you think they do with it? They mix it with the grain and feed it right back to the cattle. So now we have cattle eating chicken litter that are never meant to eat it, and chickens that ate cow that were never meant to eat it. If you think what our animals eat is gross, think about what we eat. Does this look familiar to you? No? Are you sure? Let's take another look. This better? No, it isn't ice cream. It's not yogurt, not sorbet. Let's move it to a more familiar form. This. Yep, a chicken nugget. Now don't worry, not all chicken nuggets are this pink, slimy, leftover part mixture. This is what's known as mechanically separated chicken. And it's not just the chicken you have to worry about. You may have had mechanically separated beef or mechanically separated pork, maybe even all three mixed together in something known as a hot dog. See, what they do is they sell all the prime cuts, take the carcass, scrape off what they can. They're going to take that stuff and mix it up, of course, together to feed back to the chicken to feed to the cattle. But what about all that other stuff? Well, you take the carcass, put it in a centrifuge, spin the meat off the bones. When you do, you get this mixture. Then you spray this mixture with ammonia to deal with the E. coli and salmonella count, all which tend to go up when meat is processed in this way. They take that mixture, bread it, fry it, and serve it to us. Yum chicken nuggets, hot dogs, and processed food. Now remember, the key words you're looking for on a label are mechanically separated. And yes, they do spray it with ammonia, but don't worry, it's not going to taste like ammonia. They often add artificial or natural flavorings to the processed food to make it taste like actual food. Sometimes people say, I don't eat a lot of meat. Many of us eat diets that are compromised of a lot of corn. If you look at the ingredients label, you're going to see corn in many, many things. Now this just shows a nutritional comparison of heirloom cornmeal versus a conventional cornmeal today. You can see the protein, fiber, and many other nutrients have gone down substantially. As a matter of fact, over the last 50 years, the amount of protein, calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin C in many conventionally grown fruits and vegetables have declined. And this is just one reason you may want to look into a good, high-quality, absorbable multivitamin. A high-quality multivitamin can help to support the body in many different ways. It may promote mental clarity, promote skin health, supports a healthy cardiovascular system, and can promote the conversion of food into energy. I've noticed that many people tend to overeat, and it kind of makes sense. If you eat food that is low in nutrients because it's overly processed or oxidized, and your body needs nutrients, it's realistic to think that your brain will keep telling you to eat until your stomach is full. Then you eat and eat and eat, and your stomach finally sends a signal to the brain that says, stop, I'm full. But an hour later, you're hungry again. How does this happen? It could be because if you don't have the nutrients you need, your body just keeps saying, feed me, feed me. Furthermore, certain prescription or even over-the-counter drugs may affect vitamins. Even something as simple as an antacid can affect things like B12, folic acid, and calcium. Next, I'd like to talk to you about a product called OPC3. OPC3 contains ingredients that are antioxidants. Now, antioxidants are something you've probably read a lot about and certainly heard a lot about, and all for good reasons. You see, antioxidants can help with something called free radical damage. Free radical damage happens just by living and by breathing, and your body's pretty good at dealing with it. However, if free radical damage build up, they can actually start off a destructive chain reaction in the body. And free radical damage has been implicated as a factor in many different disease states. Some of the disease states that it's implicated in you can see on your screen right now. Now keep in mind, there's a checks and balance system, and your body can deal with free radicals, but antioxidants may help offset some of the damage caused by excessive free radical damage. These free radicals also can cause inflammation in the body. One of the superpowered ingredients in OPC3 is something known as pycnogenol. To get more information on this, you may wish to go to www.pycnogenol.com. This one ingredient has over 40 years of research behind it. When you go to this site, click on Science on the top of the page. When you do, you're going to be led to an outstanding library of research that helps to explain pycnogenol's antioxidant properties and can also link you to research on oral health, eye health, skin health, and even cognitive function. Again, that site is www.pycnogenol.com. Next, I would like to talk to you about B vitamins, but not just any B vitamins, activated B vitamins. Traditional forms of several vitamins like B6, B12, and folic acid found in many supplements have to undergo chemical changes in order to be used by your body. Now, age and your nutritional status may decrease the body's ability to activate these vitamins, which is precisely why we've already done it for you. Our activated B complex delivers metabolically active forms of several vitamins and minerals, and by doing so, you can be certain that your body is getting the vital nutrients it needs. According to the doctor's complete guide to vitamins and minerals, a B vitamin deficiency may show up as things like spotty hair loss, heartburn, constipation, diarrhea, excess gas, headaches, confusion, dizziness, irritability, trouble sleeping, mood swings, and even as problems with the nerve. Now, this makes sense because B vitamins are critically important for the metabolism of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. They're also important for red blood cell formation and healthy brain function. They're even important for maintenance of the central nervous system, which of course includes your spine and brain. B vitamins are even needed to support tissue repair. Lastly, I'd like to talk to you about calcium. Calcium Plus not only provides the body with an optimum blend of calcium, but also includes vitamin D3, magnesium, vitamin C, and boron, all to help with efficient absorption of the calcium. Now, most people are aware that calcium is essential for building and maintaining strong bones. What you may not realize is that bone is pretty active in the body. See, your bone is actually being built and broken down constantly. It's not just stagnant. If your dietary calcium levels get too low, you may pull more calcium from your bones in order to keep blood levels where they need to be. Did you know that calcium also serves to help promote normal muscle function? You see, when a muscle cell receives a signal to fire, it responds by allowing a flood of calcium into the cell. If your calcium levels are abnormal, too high, or too low, that process can be interrupted. This can lead to abnormal muscle functioning or even cramping. Calcium is also important for your nerves. The regulation of the balance of calcium inside and out of the nerve cell is involved in helping to control the flow of sodium in and out. This sodium flow is how nerves conduct signals to and from the brain. So if you have subpar levels of calcium, your nerves may not be properly conducting their signals. Now, you might be thinking, I already take vitamins, or I've taken them in the past. How are your vitamins different? Well, let me explain, because the difference is pretty amazing. Most likely the supplements you've taken or do take are in a pill or capsule form. These pills go into your stomach, where they have to be broken down before they can be passed through an opening in the stomach to the small intestines, where absorption occurs. This digestive process can cause substances to lose some nutritive value because it sits in stomach acid for anywhere between 40 minutes to 4 hours as it breaks down. All 4 of the supplements we talked about today are actually isotonic capable when purchased from our company. This means that when taken as directed, they enter the body and can rapidly be absorbed into the bloodstream. Rather than taking 40 minutes or 4 hours, they can be absorbed in just as little as 5 minutes. This rapid absorption and less time in the stomach means less time for the nutrients to break down. All 4 of these supplements are available in what's known as our Daily Essentials Kit. And you can actually mix all 4 together and take them just once per day in a healthy cocktail. This kit is on discount right now. Normally $195.95 for these 4 products. It's now only $139.95. Now keep in mind that if you took just 1 cap of each of these per day, this would work out to be a 90-day supply. That means for the entire kit, you're looking at only around $1.56 per day if you took 1 cap of each supplement. $1.56 a day for your health. That's less than many people spend on their coffee habit or soda habit, certainly less than a cigarette habit would be. Heck, for most of us, that's cheaper than we pay for cable TV. It's even less than a single gallon of gas. I find it ironic that people will often spend between $1 and $4 per day on energy drinks that do very little to fuel the body, or on vitamin water that has debatable levels of vitamins. I'm sure when you look at it like that, $1.56 a day is a value, isn't it? If you're interested in getting a further discount on the products, you can. If you go on AutoShip, you will receive another 5% off this kit each time it ships directly to you. This is on top of the already substantial discount that you're receiving. You can set up that AutoShip to pull every 30, 60, or 90 days. The choice is yours. And no matter what you choose, you're going to get that additional 5% off. If you're interested in saving even more money, you could look into owning your own Shop.com internet franchise, also known as the Unfranchise. This will allow you to have access to the Daily Essentials Kit at cost, giving you an even more substantial savings over the retail price. You'll also have access to hundreds of other products and other kits at a substantial discount. Furthermore, through Shop.com's unique business concept, you'll have the ability to shop online and to earn cash back for many of the things you already buy. You even have the ability to earn commission checks based on the sale of our unique products and online sales that you make and that your friends make through different partner stores that we have. If you have the ability to share this video, if you sat through it thinking, oh my gosh, my friends and family need to see this, then you have what it takes to run a successful Shop.com business. You would save money not only by getting your products at cost, but also in the form of retail profit. See, all you would do is play this video for your friends, and it's that simple. You push play, they see the video, you take orders, you help support good health, educate your friends and family, and earn a retail profit for that vacation you've always wanted to take or to pay down that debt a little bit faster. All that's left is to choose which kit is for you. Today we talked about our Daily Essentials Kit. It has all the great products that we covered in this video. We also have a joint health kit for those who may need additional joint support, or a complete detoxification kit if you're one of those people who keep hearing about doing a detox. This would allow you, of course, to have the full power of a detox, and when added to the Daily Essentials kit, would also help those nutrients to be more properly absorbed by your body. Last but not least is what's known as our Fast Start Kit. The Fast Start Kit will give you access to all of our great products at cost and gives you the ability to now be a business owner. As a business owner, you buy at cost, sell at retail, and earn a retail profit. You also have the ability to earn commissions. Most importantly, with the Fast Start Kit, you would have access to all of our products at cost and would start with some of our most popular products. In this economy, or really any economy, owning a business that can save and earn you money just makes sense, doesn't it? I want to thank you very much for your time today and look forward to further health talks with you. Should you choose to become a business owner, I look forward to meeting you at some of our conventions. Have a great day.